So now that I have my text kind of roughly laid out, I want to add that interest and intrigue to the article, the things that the writers couldn't really do with just word, and that involves usually pictures. Pictures are really fun to add in, especially an article about kittens. You get to add in pictures of kittens. That's super great. So again, anytime we add in something to the article, we want to place it into the document. So I'm going to go File, Place, and I'm going to go into my kitten project, and I'm going to grab some of those oh so cute pictures. So here was, oh, that kitty in a bowl. Oh my gosh. I'm going to place that in. So you can see it's a lot bigger than I want. Anytime we have a JPEG that has these little handles, it means we can adjust the size. But if I just grab it and make it smaller, you can see our poor kitten gets super stretchy and squished. I'm going to undo my scale. I want to keep it in proportion, so how I do that is I hold down Shift on the keyboard, and then as I drag it, it's keeping it in proportion. I think that's actually a good size. I think right at the top could be great, but I'm noticing it's covering my text. So I'm going to go Object, Text Wrap, Make, and that wraps the text right around it. And you can see that it is pushing the text down, so I may want to consider that when I'm placing my pictures in. I don't want to end up cutting off the text, so I'll keep an eye on that. I could probably move the text up a little bit. I just clicked on it and I'm pushing it up with the arrow, just nudging it upward. And that helps. You can see that now my article isn't getting cut off. Now I think that picture is super cute, but I can even do more with it. A couple options are if I go to the Effect window and go Stylize Drop Shadow, it adds a little bit of a shadow underneath the picture. And that just kind of makes it look, interesting. It makes it stand out from the article. So that's an option for me. I'm going to undo that because I'm going to show you other stuff you can do. I also can add a frame around this picture, which will really help it stand out. So if I go to my tool window over here, grab the rectangle tool, I'm going to draw a box right up to the edge of the picture. Now it's completely covered. If I look over here, this is the color of the shape, and this is the border. So if I flip these, the border will be dark, and the color of the shape will be transparent. So in theory, we should be able to see that beautiful kitten. So if I hit the Switch the Fill button, whoop, now the edge is the dark color, and the inside is transparent, so it's like a frame. But it's a really thin line, so I can't really see it. So if I go up to the Stroke window, and I adjust how thick the line is, now it's a little bit thicker, and it makes that kitten stand out. So that's an option for me. If I click on that frame again, I also could add a little bit of texture to the line. So you can see here some options with any type of line. If I go under the basic, I have some options just right here. There's a normal line. This is a charcoal feather line. This one has kind of a curve to it. But there's also the library of lines. So if I click on this, this is all sorts of different things I can do with a line in Illustrator. If I go under Artistic, there is ink. I can make it look like a scroll pen. It could look like watercolor. I'm going to go under Charcoal Chalk and see what I get. So it looks like I could make it look sort of like a drawing. If I click on that, you can see how it changes the line. I could click on that. It sort of looks like chalk. This one sort of looks like a pen. So there's a lot of different options for me. I actually think, considering the article, I'm going to undo that and just keep it a standard line. So just edit, undo until I get back to my standard line like that. There we are. I think that looks really nice. I think another picture over here would be a good idea. So I'm going to go File, Place, and I'm going to grab that other picture of the kitten inside someone's hand. Oh my gosh, that is so cute. There's that picture. Again, way too big. So if I resize it, I hold down Shift. Probably still too big. There we go. I go Object, Text Wrap, Make, and now this article is going to weave itself around that picture of a kitten. I'd love to put it on this page, but if I look, yep, looks like it cuts off too much, so that's no big deal. I'll just drag it out of there, bring it up over here, put it in this corner. And I want the same kind of border around it. So if I click off of everything, I'm going to very carefully hover over my frame. I'm going to do Copy, Command C, and I'm going to paste it. And now I'll have the same type frame that'll be over this kitten instead. And I can just grab it and start resizing it. There we go. Now they both stand out really nicely. Looking at my article, I'm about ready to start working with this part down here, which is the stats and the quotes. But I'm noticing that there are some little hyphens along the edge. That means words are getting cut into two. And as a reader, that's really challenging to have to follow a thought all the way to the next sentence. So there's a really easy way I can fix this. I'm going to click on it, and you can see there's some options that pop up anytime you're working with text. I'm going to go paragraph, and then I'm going to click the hyphen box. And that's going to undo those hyphens. I'm going to do the same thing on this one. Paragraph, hyphenate. You can see it adjusted that last sentence down there. And now I'm pretty good. We really want to be able to turn in our article to Colleen and get the okay that everything looks good and not have to go back and reformat a lot. That can be kind of frustrating to have to go back and fix some of those grammar mistakes. So the last thing I have to do is work with creating some graphics.